the shed and let's talk about this for a minute. Alright guys. Alright, back in the shed. Now things you learn over time, it makes you know more stuff about chainsaws. You know, these are the previous parts out of Frankenstein. It's got 2 transfer chambers, and that one's got 4. So where the other one got to? Find that first. Alright, got that 4. Now if you look the way they look very similar to each other, but there is differences. So I got like that, so you can see it. The tripod. It worked, but it didn't have power. And now why? This is the other one. We'll have a bit more power. It's the same cylinder I just showed you running. Tripod's not heavy enough. Here you go. So if I zoom in that, you'll see the combustion chamber in here. It's a little bit small. It's like a bean shape in the guts there. Might be able to see that. This one here is more rounded. It's much squish inside the cylinder. That's more round inside that, and that opens up too much. Whereas this one here has more compression. So it's all the way the combustion chamber is set up now. If you go to the 2-barrel, 2 transfer chamber, it's got a really big combustion chamber. So that's why there's no power, there's no squish. And the reason for that is, really you can't have too much compression on a small saw that's light. The flywheel does help. It causes the piston goes down power, but you need to spin it back up again. So if your flywheel is too light, you can't have much compression. Otherwise, it's fighting against itself and it can't spin up. There's a certain point you can't, no return to. You can't go too much compression. Otherwise, it just doesn't work. It seems doughy. The Frankenstein's got the that's set up now. Also, I modified the guts a long time ago. I'll do that then again. A long time ago, I put some liquid metal and put liquid metal down here, JB Wells, down both sides down here. So it has a nice curve to come into the transfers on both sides. Make sure that's right. I clean up the cylinder, I dig the cylinder, so now it's got 23,000 squish, so it's quite tight. But you can hear it does not want to really rev. It's got compression, but not much compression. Now, I'll move on to some Husqvarna stuff. Now there's the Husqvarna Freeze 9550 clone cylinders. You look at that, it's the same thing, big combustion area, which helps. But I done the 395 little cis, poured that one, and it just doesn't have the oomph that it should. I don't have a big bore kit here, but the big bore kit has a lot smaller combustion center, so it's a lot better. So if you look at this one here, on this cylinder, the casting markers there is a bit of a dimple. So that's even more less compression. But if you go to this one here, I'll move that like that. Same thing, but the casting mark sticks out like a belly button. Like almost a flower, see? So if you got the chance to look at the cylinder and the eBay out like that, always try and find out how big the combustion chamber is. It's a small combustion chamber to a point. Everything's to a point, guys. To a point will give you more power. With this particular one too, I always look at the side transfers. Is it too fat, too skinny? The outlets, are the outlets set the way they normally are? Where the outlet towards the upper transfer, outlet fire towards the carby first. The 365 clones, 361 steel clones, they fire from the exhaust source, and then that one. Same as Echo 7310s, fire this one first, and that one second. It's some sort of different. Then we move on to the Husqvarna. It's a clone from Husqvarna. It's the clone they use is a 382. That's a cylinder, so it's brand new stuff. They have a little combustion chamber in that one. It's quite big. And that's why you don't get much compression with the Chinese stuff. It's just not designed to give you bang for your buck, but this will work. But we'll port this one day, but not now. It's got a different look than pistons like almost recycled aluminium cans. It doesn't look hard. I don't know how long it'll last. It's cheap kit at $25 for that kit. But I did notice they drilled a hole for that side panel there, where I've looked at, they had a hole. It's just weird like that. Now moving on to steel. This is a big bore kit for MS460. Now you look at the combustion chamber on that one, that is quite tight, really large squish band, but the actual combustion chamber itself is quite a small one. It's had this thing I used to call it blue balls. It kicked and it hurt your arm. It really had oomph. I could get it running once probably. What it is problem is, if you look at the upper transfer, it's level. It should be a drop towards the carburetor side, so in there, it should be angled down more to that, so it opens up this side first, gets behind the exhaust and blows the exhaust out the exhaust port, and more fuel and air comes through. So I can use this again, but it's only to test you guys. Now I still MS 251 it is. So combustion chamber is quite tight in that too. A clone. But have a look at that. Quite a good squish band there. Like a little tiny little bubble. That's quite tight. So I imagine that will be quite a good little piston cylinder set kit. Mix that up. This fast on. Yeah, put that out there. Hussies. Now that's the G466. Yep. Is a MS660 here, clone. Then you can see the one here. It's a really big combustion chamber, so it's a big bore kit, I think, maybe. But yeah, you see it's just a huge dimple in here. It doesn't make that much power. So Dino Joe, he makes a manual sub, so you put in I'll get back for that. It's a manual sub here. It's aluminium pipe that goes to your vise, or something you lock the vise, put this over the top of it, and grind away to make your squish band more tighter. So it makes your squish band wider, but it also makes your combustion chamber small. So that's what guys are doing to have more power. But the fact is, what I'm saying, guys, when you try and buy stuff from eBay, it's very hard to find parts which you want to. For me, for example, Chinese cylinders, I was looking after a 52cc 4-transfer setup, because the one I saw on the ad is very narrow divide here. I've never seen it before. I still can't handle it. 10 of these cheap ass ones. This is the 62 one, but it's hard to see parts. It's hard to see a good picture. Like you said, what's the combustion chamber like? Most of the time, like that, you see side of it, maybe in that side or the other side, but you can't see down in the guts where all the magic happens. If you look at it, it's hard to tell because you can't cut in half. You see more of an angle, you see what's going on. I'll get that one. I think it's the MS 231, I think, by memory. Now, you got to think there's many ways to skin a cat. So if you learn the tricks and all that and doing port work, you'll find out that too. There's many ways to do it. If you look inside this one here, the squish band is quite tight, so I'll get in there and show you. So it's different again. It's a very small combustion chamber there. But still, you can't really adjust the squish band in this because the clamshell's up. So, unless you want to do a lot of work, it's harder, guys. But the ones you can do a squish band adjustment, for me, it's fun. You can lathe your cylinder, lathe it on the lathe and take a bit off here, off about there, and drop your cylinder down and muck around, like what I've been doing on this Chinese made stuff. But I just wanted to show you guys, if you want more power, look what you're buying. Not everything's the same, so maybe for example, what's this? This big bore kit too. That's big bore. No, that's 60. If you look the way these are designed, and I've seen better ones than this recently, so you can't buy them, but I've got one. Yeah, if you look, set up properly, because I didn't know about this. I'm just recently saw it. Seen it on the G288. Yeah, if you look at the lower transfers there, on a good cylinder, you see it's fatter here, and the air will flow the way there and flow back around the fat part there and direct the flow of air back towards the cubby. Most of these cheap ass ones don't have that fat part. It's just like a shoulder just here. It's just down about 2 mils more on one side to direct the air like that way and back around and back out there. I'm not sure if that's like a factory one, but I've seen them. You don't touch that part, leave it alone. But if you look at it, you go, wow, you actually see the air directed that way and back around the left. Just more designed better. you'll see like a bit of a foot just here and throw the fuel air back towards the car. Exactly what the still needs at high revs. But you look, if you see the photo, either ad or Farmer's Tech or whatever else, just try and have a look. If it looks good, it usually is good. It's all about design. That this one, I don't think it will work very well. Very large lowers, but the uppers is just wrong shape. It wouldn't work that well, I don't think. I'm pretty sure it's a 660. It's brand new too. I bought these before a long time ago because they're cheap. You drop a piston in this, and I think it's one here. The cylinder's not round. It goes in one way, but if you turn the cylinder piston one way, it goes in better. But if you put it in the way it's meant to go, the piston doesn't go down at all, so it's not round. But anyway, guys, just thought I'd show you guys. Look at your piston chamber, you got more power. Look what's going on. But that's what's actually running in the saw right now. This cylinder's no good. I've read the code of this, and I think it's original how we call them, Frankenstein's cylinder, I think. I didn't get enough fuel, and I tried to adjust the fuel, but the 372 carb I was using, the high jet snapped off, so I couldn't adjust it. Or the low jet, maybe low jet. No, it was high jet. So it did work, but it didn't work the way it should. But now I've got this thing back together the way it should be. It should rev and it should pull. What I can remember it did do is just, I want that power back, and I want to be back comfortably, because I was doing work today, just using a 372 port thing, Shadowbug it was originally, and it's good and all, but it's hard on my back. I'm trying to find something light that will fit into my lifestyle of life, 3 or 4 years from now. I can do big stuff, but I pay for a big time pain-wise. But I'm just trying to find something that is easy to modify, easy to maintain and all that, but it's cheap and you can readily buy parts from, because I love mucking around Tesla stuff. But yeah, I'm just saying, guys, look at what you're buying. If it looks good, it usually is good, but if it looks questionable, I bought piston cylinder kit for MS 381. I think it was $25 for full kit. It did not last one bit. The piston started chewing away the cylinder wall, like the cylinder wall was painted with silver paint, just crap, absolute crap. They didn't complain, but the price of making that thing, posted in Australia, getting it to me, it was in Australia when it was I bought the thing. It just no good at all. The package is nice and all that, but if you look at it and you go, yeah, but it wasn't no good chrome finish. It was just a silver colour on the ball. The piston looked nice, but the piston killed the actual cylinder, and it was running right and all that. Just all of a sudden, no power. So you get what you pay for, and it's like true in life. Whatever you pay for, good money. Normally you buy good stuff, but not always, as you know. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching, and check your gear out before you buy it if you can, or ask the supplier to take more photos. I've done that before, and they usually do not want to do it because they know what power is. They don't want to prove. They want to show like the cheap two transfer chamber Chinese cylinders. I've got 8 of them. Sell them to your friend. No one wants them. I want to try and make them into a performance thing, but you just can't make performance out of that. So it's right, guys. That is just a memory thing. Where the hell that cylinder got to? But I found it. So you now see the shoulder on the lower transfer. So I angle this thing up so you see it. I'll film it. It's the G288 Clover Husqvarna 288 or 281 is. So intake, sort of smalls up, exhaust. Don't know why I haven't used this one. I just found it in the lathe. Now, if you look at the lower transfer, lower. I'll do you in, you'll see that lump. Just there. See the lump? So you imagine going through air going that way. You go, you go flying through here, and you go around the back and back up. Now the other cylinder I showed you does not have that. Let's see, 660. It's got, it's flat. Nothing bit at all. Just working on the compression, and not actually making the air go where you want the air to go. So you don't, I've seen people talk about this, but this talk one real off. Don't touch this part here. It makes the air flow on an angle, so the air will go up for there, and it switches the air, so it straight away comes back out down here towards the cavity. May have said better side. But I found to show you. I'm glad I found this to show you guys. You see, yeah, certainly it's more a a direct little roller coaster. So it just works way better. Goes through like that, hulks around and comes straight at the upper transfer. That's what you're looking for. Things like that, the switch band with one is not that good. Probably won't ever use it. The G288 I did up, it had a tight switch band. I think what it was, it runs through a big combustion chamber. But you look at stuff that gives you more power, guys. That's the low transfer. That's what you look for. That will give you more power. It will direct the right way. You see, that upper transfer is directed towards the carby. Focus. It's on an angle, so it goes down. That's the carby just there. You take side. So it'll droop to the left. Turn right around. You see it droop to the right. But it should be. It's not straight off. It's dripping, and that's why I like that. The B-ball kit. Grab that again. Where that went to. B-ball kit. Oh, there it is. That. You see what I mean now? It's very important. I do like that. Carry side. It's where normal saws, most saws this angle. So drooping to the left is the upper transfer, and the upper transfer on that one there is not drooping to the left. It's almost horizontal. If it is drooping, it's not much. That's drooping correctly, and it's also angled, beveled a little bit. It's also angled a little bit towards the upper part of the cylinder itself. Well, in there, it's just going straight across the top of the piston. So there's different ways to do different things, but you want power, you look for the parts you're buying, guys. So it's the parts you want. I've tried to find parts before, and people don't want to tell you what parts they are. Enough. Yeah, fair enough issue there. So that's right. But yeah, look for that part, the tight combustion area, big, what's the word for that now? Compression ring, combustion ring, squish ring, yeah. Look for a decent size one if you can, or buy Donna Joe's adjuster thing, squish band and all that. But just wait, guys. Anyway, thank you for listening, and I'll catch you next video. Over there, guys. Until next time, same bat channel, same channel. And because everyone loves it, and look what did you just say, I hung up all my 404 chains. The big girls, 404. Put a timber up there, I'm quite happy with that. That used to be sitting over there on that wall there. Now here, so I can work out. Now all this stuff here, that's 3/8 chains, but work out what length it is and all that. But everything up here is 404, 404 bars. Yes, mucking in your stuff up. I need somewhere to hang my 404 chain. Over there, couldn't get to them easily. But yeah, I love using 404 because, especially the longer 404, it just cuts so good. If you've got the power, I highly recommend, if you're a saw, say, 80cc or more, get 404 a good try because it cuts and it lasts until you get blood quickly. Just cuts and cuts. Alright guys, over and out. Thank you for watching.